Today we will convert a Ford Mustang Ecoboost into a $100,000 Ford GT500. Essentially, we'll be changing the entire look. We will swap out the hood, bumper, rear diffuser, add our side skirts, rear spoiler, and swap out the wheels to complete the look.
Alright, so the bumper that we have here on this Ecoboost is a VZ101815. It is pretty easy to install. All the parts are basically plug and play. You just have to follow like how the part is molded to whatever section is going to go onto the bumper. And then for like the fog lights, a lot of people ask if they have to change that. They don't have to change it. I know that this opening looks a little bit smaller than like your regular OEM bumper, but it's gonna be a perfect fit for that. If you do have like GT350 fenders, when you put this bumper, it's gonna be a little bit of a fitment issue. So you have to remove the bumper attachment clips in order to be able to have a flush install on that. So the original bumper is pretty easy to deinstall. It just has a bunch of bolts in the bottom and then it has 2 bolts on the sides. It is a little bit tricky because the OEM bumpers for Mustangs, they're pretty easy to rip off the tabs when you remove the bumper. So you have to be very gentle when it comes to pulling it off from the sides because that's something that is very, very common on Mustangs. So the way that we make the molds for the bumpers, it is by making a 3D scan of the OEM GT500 bumper. So basically this bumper is an exact replica of the OEM GT500. Alright, so a lot of people do ask about the hood, how it gets installed and what exactly comes with it. It does come with push pins for the hood, but it's not something that's actually you're able to use it. So you could go ahead and buy like some latches and put them on here and be able to actually use that. And then the hood, like underneath, it does have like all the pre-made holes. It has the rain tray, which is something that a lot of people ask for. It is full aluminum, so even the tray inside is aluminum. It's pretty straightforward install. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is unbolt the other one and put this one on, and it's a perfect fitment even if you don't have this bumper. So the fitment on this hood is pretty straight on. Again, it is made with 3D scan molding from an OEM GT500 hood. It is something that you could basically install even if you do have a different bumper in the front.
It took no more than 30 minutes. It has the functional air vent. And as you can see, the fitment's super flush. Super easy install. And as you can see, simple plug and play. All you gotta do is screw in these. And then you're all done.
So the exhaust system that the Ecoboost is running is a pretty straightforward install. Like, it's super easy, literally no cap on that one. It's just one straight section that you remove and you apply to with this one, like the new one. And then I believe it's only 2-3 pieces and it's super simple. Like, I think it took us probably like about 2 hours filming and all that, one person. So I'm pretty sure like if you do it like with friends and stuff, it'll probably take about an hour or maybe less because it's super simple. You could adjust it like to how you would want the pipes to look underneath. And then for the way that it takes off now, like with the new exhaust system, it takes off way better because the airflow is much better than how it was with the OEM one. A little bit more lighter, probably 20 pounds difference, so it does make a difference in takeoffs and any type of movement with the car in sport mode or track mode or even normal driving. The sound of it is just a little bit more different. Of course, it's a V4, so it's going to sound like a V4. You can't change that. So for the exhaust tips, it does come with some already. They are in chrome, and a lot of people like to have ceramic black or carbon fiber. You are able to change those exhaust tips for other ones, but you do have to do an extension or use some type of adapter or weld them if you are going to be using a different sizing exhaust tip. Just because, again, this is a V4, the piping for the exhaust system is going to be meant to fit these smaller pipelines that the car runs versus a V8. It might have bigger entries, so you'll be able to use a different outlet. So the spoiler that we're rocking on this Ecoboost is full carbon fiber except the metal plates that are basically used for the standing points. So the OEM spoiler that it had, it was a little trunklet spoiler. So it is attached with a few bolts and it does have a bunch of 3M. So you do have to use tools to take it off. It does not take that long, but sometimes the 3M is pretty tedious to take off, so using a heat gun helps, and alcohol. After you have taken that off, you literally could slap on any spoiler you want on there. You do have to keep in mind though, you are gonna have around 3 holes in the middle or 2 that you're gonna wanna probably cover up. Alright, so you wanna grab the bottom piece that is going to go attached to the car. You want to grab the smaller ones, the Allen key. So the installation is not that hard. To assemble it, it's pretty easy. You could adjust the height of or the slope of how you want the spoiler to sit. So if you're trying to get more traction on your turns, you could try to play around with the adjustments and then place it on a place that it will give you the best tractions for quick turns, or I don't know if you go drifting, stuff like that. Where it does get a little bit more complicated is when you try to mount it. Of course, this car does not have the bolts that a GT500 or the holes that a GT500 would have already pre-made. So you do have to go ahead and make your own holes in order to be able to attach the spoiler well. So you would have to cut in and try to make a new hole through the middle of the spoiler of the trunk. So we went ahead and upgraded the wheels to 20s. Originally it does come with 19s, so we're running the staggered look, which would be the 20 by 9 and 20 by 10.5 in the rear. We're running 275, 35, 20 all around. You could go ahead and use a bigger tire on the rear just to make it look a little bit more meatier, or if you're gonna be doing like the weld wheels, then you would be using that, but this would be like the staggered look. We did change it to the GT500 replica wheels. Of course, they're replicas. It is something that we're gonna start manufacturing ourselves. Throw in a new design in there for the GT500. So the louvers that we have on here right now are VZ10, 24, 28. We do have different styles. This is the newest one that we do have. It is a pretty straightforward install. It has a damping strip which you put all around the edge, and then you use 3M tape and 2 mounting brackets on the bottom. So after you're done applying all the 3M, you want to go ahead and press it down before we apply it to the car. All right, so you want to make sure your rear window is nicely clean. So you're going to spray some alcohol. Make sure it's 100% not diluted. It's pretty lightweight, so after you install it, you are probably able to go ahead and drive it, but it is recommended to do a 24-hour cure time so it could stick well enough to the window before you drive off. That's an add-on that could go on any Mustangs. It does not have to go just on a GT500 replica over here, but it could go on any Mustang. So the diffuser that we have on here is a GT500 diffuser style. It is meant for quad tips. Again, you could go ahead and change your tips to quads by doing welding and etc. just to fill in that big gap that you had for quads. It is a straightforward install, pretty easy. You just have to take off the other one that's on your car and replace this one in the same tabs that you already have with the same mounting points. The light, it could go straight onto there, the third light that you have in the bottom, and then everything is just push pins and going into the tabs of the bumper. The side skirts are VZ10 2175. Those do come in matte black. A lot of people do request them to be in gloss black, but normally we just keep it matte black to basically fit into the rest of the style of the car. They are pretty easy to install. I know I said this multiple times, but our parts are pretty easy to install. They are just bolt-on. They go underneath the rocker panels that it already has, so it's basically like an add-on, and then it gives you that overall look of the GT500 conversion. So depending on the style of or color you get of vinyl, the material is always different to work with. So if you get like chrome, glossy, glitter, they're all going to be different types of material to work with. Some of them are a little bit more stretchy than others. This one, this case, is pretty easy to use. All you have to do is preheat it before you put it on. We have basically all the tools that you need to go ahead and wrap a car. We make it a little bit more easier for you, and then we have the different colors and everything. This one was fully wrapped in our candy purple vinyl, and we use some gloss black to make that difference between where the push pins would be for if you wanted to go ahead and install that. Again, this vinyl basically makes it seem like it's already painted in a purple. A lot of people don't believe it's a vinyl, but it's literally just vinyl.
So this concludes our video on how we took a stock Mustang Ford EcoBoost and flipped it into a GT500. Now, all the parts we use in this video will be in the links below. Please follow all our social media. Definitely want to hit that bell notification. We have a complete vinyl wrap of the Corvette C8 from top to bottom. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be crazy. All right, so keep it locked. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.